Right about now presents the Worldwide Poetry Slam League, a new online spoken word tournament bringing together poets from all across the globe in bi-weekly head-to-head matchups for a chance to win over $4,000 in cash prizes, a slot in the finals, and the title of Worldwide Poetry Slam Champion.
What is happening, everyone? Welcome. It is June 27th. It is a Monday, and it is the 12th edition of the Worldwide Poetry Slam League match. If you're excited to be alive and listen to some poetry here tonight, I need y'all to hit a heart react emoji. I need everyone watching this stream right now to hit that share button so we can help these poets reach more and more people tonight. So I would like to start off this evening by saying fuck the Supreme Court. Yes, I would like to say that. And in celebration of being American, what we're going to do today is exercise our First Amendment rights with some homegrown poetry. We have some amazing poets in the building who are going to bless us with homegrown, organic, original works of art. Y'all hit a heart react emoji. Drop a hell yeah for bars, Blupoetres, Maddie G. We got Steph Love, the Prodigy Truth, Cerebellum, Mental Fortune, and Kimberly Shaw, the closer. We're gonna have a bunch of poems read tonight, but let's go through a little bit and see how this slam is gonna work tonight. What's happening, Shy the Poet? All right, so tonight we are going to have a Worldwide Poetry Slam League match. Here's how it's gonna work. Hi, Amani, how are you doing? Our matches are capped at 8 poets. These poets will participate in 3 single elimination head-to-head poetry slam rounds in a tournament style bracket. Our first round will consist of poems that are 1 minute in length. Our second round will consist of poems that are 2 minutes in length. If the poet advances to the third round, the poems will be 3 minutes in length. All poets will have a 10-second grace period. Time starts as soon as the poet engages the screen. There are no penalties in the Worldwide Poetry Slam League. No, we just hit the times up animation button. It sounds like this. So poets, you do not want the dreaded times up animation to play. Make sure you read your poems in time. All right. Poets must perform only their own original work. There may be no music except for music you can make with your own body. Props and costumes are allowed. Poets are randomly paired up in the first round, with the poet on the psychedelic purple side going first. Pairing for subsequent rounds will be determined via an e-coin flip. All right, so y'all, this is very, very important. If you're watching right now, it is very important that you maybe share this stream and you participate in this show, especially if you're tuning in from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Here's how it works. Both poets are going to perform. And then after both poets have performed, yes, you're going to vote for either the poet on the neon green side or the poet on the psychedelic purple side. The poet with the most votes advances to the next round. Audience, you are in the driver's seat. Why does advancing in the next round matter? Because these poets are eligible for cash prizes. If a poet places in third place, they'll receive $10. If a poet receives second place, they'll receive $30. And if a poet wins tonight, they will receive $50. They will also be awarded coinciding points, which go toward their ranking in the Worldwide Poetry Slam League. This is the last qualifying slam before we start our semifinals. The top 32 ranking poets will be invited to our semifinals, where they will compete for $1,800 in cash prizes. Y'all, all it takes to participate in these events is to be a Right About Now member. It's only $5 a month, but we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail later. All right, I feel like my poets are ready. I feel like my audience is ready. So let's go ahead and get this poetry slam started with a sacrificial round. Going first, the first poet in the sacrificial round. These sacrificial poets are videos, whereas the poets in the competition are real live streamed poets performing in real time. But to give us a little bit of a barometer, we do have sacrificial poets as videos. The first poet coming to the stage, y'all hit a heart react emoji for Roya Marsh.
The word faggot shoots off my brother's tongue more often than good morning. He does not believe it offends me. He does not believe the barrel of his voice could hold the bullet that would call me cadaver, and I say, when a stranger calls me a black dyke nigga bitch, I don't know where to insert comma. Or know which word does the least damage, because that is the one I will change into compliment, or think it a blessing they left me alive enough to hear it. I must be lucky. Men offer to let me suck them off more often than they would a straight woman in honor some think their wives too clean for. They want to make me walk crooked, then fuck me straight, be the daddy I ain't had, ain't need, gonna show me what I've been missing. But what I'm supposed to do when a stranger wish me dead? I can see my brother's heart beat in his throat. He puffs out his chest and says, I will rip out the tongue of any motherfucker that would. And I laugh and say, start with yours. Thank you.
Yo, that was the amazing Roya Marsh kicking out the first poem in our sacrificial bout. Going against Roya Marsh in the sacrificial round, we have Nora Cooper.
Love hurts, right? Love is scary, right? And ain't this the reason I stayed after the first assault? 'Cause love hurts, right? Love is scary, right? But hurts like burning muscle or hurts like burning skin. Scary like a roller coaster or scary like falling out of the roller coaster. When is the hurt too heavy? When is the scary too scary? And ain't this the reason I still can't fit the word abuse in my mouth? 'Cause that's just love, right? Love is supposed to be scary, right? Love is supposed to hurt, right? Right?
That was a powerful piece by Nora Cooper. All right, audience, you heard from Roya Marsh. You heard from Nora Cooper. Our poll is already in the chat. Our poll is already in chat. Danny Strack, our poll master, has dropped the voting poll in the chat. Now is your opportunity to tell us, who do you think won? Do you think it was Roya Marsh, or do you think it was Nora Cooper? Let us know with your votes now. It's not easy to vote here in the Worldwide Poetry Slam League. I see fire emojis. I see clapping hands. I see practice voting here. A poll junkie poll. We got Roya got that. I see a woohoo. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. We got about 20 seconds left to get your votes in. Do you think the winner of that round was Roya Marsh, or do you believe it was Nora Cooper? You can let us know in the comments. I love that y'all let us know in the comments, but let us know with your votes, because sometimes who advances and who wins is by as little of a difference as one vote. Sometimes. So we got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're gonna cut the music. We're gonna cut the polls. I'm waiting for my poll master to tell me the results. Winning that round, we have Roya Marsh. All right, y'all. Congratulations to the incredible Roya Marsh for winning that round. My audience, I think we understand how this show works a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into our first round of poetry, our 1 minute round. Kicking off round one, bout one, we have Bars on the psychedelic purple side versus Fortune on the neon green side. What's happening, fellas?
Yo. Hey.
Bars, where are you joining us from?
I'm originally from Tallahassee, Florida. All right, I'm actually in Philly right now, but yeah, Tallahassee, represent.
We got Philly by way of Tallahassee here in the building. Fortune, where are you joining us from?
From Houston, Texas.
We got Houston, Texas. We got the East Coast versus the Best Coast, y'all. Y'all know how it's gonna be. Psychedelic purple. The stage is yours.
This is a poem about breakfast, and that's not a metaphor. Like the fiery, spicy huevos rancheros lying in my stomach, I want to let it roar, but I grit my teeth. Waffling in the face of so many frozen egos without the second G, my spirit tells me to just let it be. But before I can give the benediction, I have to feed my pen addiction. So feel free to try to scramble away, but you poachers won't get over so easily. What makes you think I'm gonna let you run after you made so many repeated attempts at trying to grease me? It's time to get this cake. So before I flip, I pan the room, ready to get bacon and start cooking like I'm supposed to. So whether or not you give up the bread, you better break fast, or the last thing you'll ever see is me pulling out the toaster.
Yo, that was Bars on the psychedelic purple side kicking off the round. Fortune, you know how it goes. The stage is yours.
Welcome to the game of life, African American experience, where the winner wins a one-way trip to a cruise that they never asked for, to a place that they never called home, to become the person that they never meant to be. All you have to do is change your name, make it sound unfamiliar, foreign to your brothers at home. Disguise yourself to be more like God, the God you celebrate, except with a tie, a suit, maybe some money, maybe a gun, and maybe, just maybe, you will survive. And it's okay. Your skin is replaceable. Call it recycle. Call it trash from those who try to bleach it off of you, because one man's trash is another man's slave. So let's play this game of life. After all, your life is as valuable as your work.
That was Fortune on the neon green side, folks. All right, you know how it works. We got the voting polls in the chat. We got the clock going. Where's the music? DJ, where is there it is. All right, we got the music playing, audience. Now is your time to let us know. Did you think Bars won that round on the psychedelic purple side, or do you think it was Fortune over here on the neon green side? Y'all should join forces. Maybe they should join forces, but not right now. Right now, they are on opposite sides. They're neon green, and this is not peanut butter and jelly right now. No. We are voting. We are voting to see who is the winner. Who is the winner? This music is inspiring my audience to be too peaceful, too kumbaya. No, this is a house divided right now. We have to have a winner to go to the next round. Y'all let us know. Was it Bars on the psychedelic purple side, or was it Fortune on the neon green side? I'm seeing purple hearts in the chat. I'm seeing flame emojis. This audience is riled up. All right, y'all, you have 5 seconds left to give me your votes. 4, 3, 2, 0. Cut the polls, cut the music. I'm waiting for the result. I got both of y'all killed that. Sheesh. Yes. dope round, y'all. These poets in the chat are just gassing y'all up. I got damn, they're both fiery, but ultimately the winner of this round is Bars. Fortune, thank you so much for joining us. Bars, Bars, I will see you in the next round. Congratulations. Y'all give it up for both of our competitors. All right, y'all, you saw how it went. That was round one, bout one. We're going to keep that momentum and that energy going. And round one, bout two, we have on the psychedelic purple side, Sarah Bellum Mental versus on the neon green side, Maddie G. All right, y'all, what's happening? Sarah, Maddie G. Sarah, where are you joining us from?
Houston, Texas, and the Heights.
We got the Heights, Houston, Texas in the building. It's a Houston takeover. Maddie G, where are you joining us from?
Chesapeake, Virginia.
We got Chesapeake, Virginia. It's another coast to coast. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off of this screen. Y'all know how it works. Cerebellum Mental, psychedelic purple goes first. The stage is yours.
Why are politicians policing bodies like you know what it's like to have a uterus? It is the strongest muscle in the body, used only once in our lives when giving birth to a child, and you couldn't conceive what that responsibility is like, and how, if you can't provide for them, not being loved is one of the worst crimes you could ever give a child as their dowry. Men create 1,500 sperm per second, and that is a loss of lost lives given away to ejaculates. A man produces 525 billion sperm in his lifetime, while my body has only 400 eggs. At the peak of fertility every year after it's lost to environmental changes. Time passing while in Texas, you are stopping abortions in the state, taking away our rights so we can mass produce children for you, that you don't give a fuck about them. So how do you think you can police these bodies, which were never yours to begin with? We lost. Okay.
That was Cerebellum Mental kicking off round one, bout two. Going against Cerebellum Mental, we have Maddie G on the neon green side. Maddie G, the stage is yours.
Oh, no. To God. A man gives her a seed and she makes an entire human
Maddie,
out of that.
Let's have you start over. Let's have you start over. I'm sorry, you're muted to begin with. I need everyone to type in the chat, rewind. All right, Maddie G, the stage is yours.
A woman has to be the closest thing to God. A man gives her a seed and she makes an entire human out of that. Or not, it is her body and she will always have the last word on that. She is a strong center. Then why doesn't it feel better? Always deemed the weaker sex, pushed down, but always teaching others how to be their best selves, raising the next generation, having to prove she is enough, no longer only cleaning a house, but buying her own home. A boy born today can be a doctor, a lawyer. But let me tell you about your girl. She needs to get married, have children, a career or two, help her husband thrive, and don't forget, she must always look good. While he can give his 100%, she has to divide herself into fractions and make it all weight the same. Disappointed when her half is less than one. She remembers how God broke one to feed thousands and left everyone satisfied. Tell me she isn't the closest thing to God. She can make miracles daily. Woman, look at yourself in the mirror and remind yourself of that. Thank you.
That was Maddie G on the neon green side. Y'all give it up for Maddie G. All right, audience, you know how it works. We heard from Cerebellum Mental on the psychedelic purple side. We heard from Maddie G on the neon green side. Our polls are in the chat. Now it's your time to vote and let us know who you think won that round. It only gets harder here at the Worldwide Poetry Slam League. I'm seeing green hearts. I'm seeing green and purple, but you gotta pick one. Y'all better spit. They did just spit. Y'all better vote. Y'all better vote. It's not just y'all better spit. Let us know, who do you think won that round? Do you think it was Cerebellum Mental on the psychedelic purple side, or do you think it was Maddie G on the neon green side? Your votes determine who advances to the next round, y'all. The chat is hopping and popping right now. We got some neon greens coming through. We got some Maddie stands in the chat. We got some Cerebellum Mental fans in the chat. All right, y'all, we're gonna call this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, y'all, we're tabulating the votes in the back. You can let us know in the chat who you voted for, who you think is gonna win this round. And it is, after a close matchup, Maddie G. We will see you in the next round. Cerebellum Mental, thank you so much for joining us. All right, y'all. That was round 1, bout 2. Congratulations to Maddie G for advancing to the next round. We're going to keep the momentum rolling right along. Going up in round 1, bout 3. On the psychedelic purple side, we have Kimberly Shaw, the closer, versus on the neon green side, the Prodigy Truth. What's happening, poets? Kimberly Shaw, why don't you let the audience know where you're joining us from?
Charleston, South Carolina.
We got Charleston, South Carolina in the building. The Prodigy Truth. Why don't you let us know let the people know where you're joining us from?
Joining you from Houston, Texas.
We got another Houston, Texas poet in the building. All right, y'all, you know how it works. Psychedelic purple goes first. Kimberly Shaw, the stage is yours.
Vacuum out the womb, make it nice and hospitable for next time. Spit on the life that's already in there. They're not welcome in their home. Vacuum suction saves the day, saves you from a life of stigma and stereotype. But the paradox, irony, and juxtaposition is you still in a bad position, whether you keep or abort. You still stigma, stereotype, and statistic all rolled into one blunt point, so you may as well smoke it. We'll deal with that later. You just can't be pregnant now. Now every time you look in the mirror, remember mama did you a favor. Vacuum like your life depended on it. You don't need any dependence now. So just scrape yourself out and get back out there. One day you're going to thank me for this coercion, for lifting this burden. Your husband would not be pleased and can't find you if you're already carrying another man's child. Try vacuum that child, that life, that regrets growing inside you, and move on. And come on, let's get a move on. We ain't got all day to bury and hide your secrets.
That was Kimberly Shaw on the psychedelic purple side. Audience, let us know what you thought in the chat. Going up against Kimberly in this round on the neon green side is the Prodigy Truth. The stage is yours.
But Black boy, why are you so angry? Ain't you a man now with real problems to handle? Why are you so angry? It ain't your body with labor pains. Ain't your parade day raining on. What's wrong? Your privilege not long enough? Tough time taming the shrew of testosterone taking over your veins, maiming the few ounces of compassion I have left. Just be F clef, be bass, be bold, but not too loud, be proud, but not too pretty, be handsome so we can touch. Why are you so full of yourself, such a nuisance, such a crutch for humanity? We can't just be a man. Why can't you just be a man? Why can't you just take up space and manifest your destiny like they did?
That was the Prodigy Truth on the neon green side. All right, audience, you've heard from Kimberly Shaw, the closer. You've heard from the Prodigy Truth. Now it's your chance. Now it's your turn. And let us know, who do you think won that round? Are you team purple? Are you team green? Are you team in between? You can't be in between. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. You gotta either pick Kimberly Shaw, the closer, to win this round, or the Prodigy Truth. Y'all, the poetry tonight is invigorating. I am so hyped up, and we're still only in the first round. Not only are we only in the first round, you only have 20 seconds left to vote in this round. Let us know. Poll Master Danny has a chat, has the polls in the chat. You gotta vote. I'm seeing purple hearts. I'm seeing green hearts. I'm seeing purple and green hearts. This audience does not know what to do, but you do have to vote, because sometimes these rounds are determined by less than one vote. So get your votes in. Get your votes in. We got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Cut the music. Cut the votes. You had your chance. Your chance is gone. We want to know. We want to know who is advancing out of this round to the next round. Yes, y'all are fired tonight. Yes, the poets do have IGs. There is a tie. Oh my God. There is a tie in this round. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. It is 20 votes to 20 votes. So we're going to open this up for exactly 5 seconds. Okay, we're going to open this up for exactly 5 seconds. At the end of 5 seconds, we're going to hit refresh on the polls. Whoever has the most votes, y'all better share this stream. Whoever has the most votes after 5 seconds wins this round. All right, y'all. We got 5, 4, 3. If you didn't vote, you didn't cost someone money. 0. That's it. That's it. No more votes. Let's see, back to aggression music. Yes. Let's see what the vote tally is after 5 seconds. It is still tied. It is still tied. So we're going to try this again. Poll Master Danny, I'm going to get you to drop that poll in this chat, and we're going to open it up for 10 seconds. All right? This is 10 seconds. Oh my God. This is the first double tie. But there can't be a tie. Someone has to win. So we're going to open up for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Cut it. Please don't make me do this again. Please don't make me do this again. There's 62 people watching. There are only 40 votes as of last time. So let's see what the vote tally is. And a narrow win after a double tie. Congratulations to Prodigy the Truth. Kimberly Shaw, the closer. Thank you so much for joining us, Prodigy Truth. We'll see you in the next round. Y'all, what happened that round? Listen, there's like 60 plus people watching, but only 40 votes. Somebody owes Kimberly Shaw, the closer, some money because you were watching when you could have been voting. Let that translate to something else, everyone. But we're not going to go too deep into that. We're going to go deeper into this poetry slam. We have one last round left. in the 1 minute round. One less bout matchup left. On the psychedelic purple side, we have Blupoetres versus on the neon green side, Steph Love. What's happening, poets?
What's
Blue
up?
Poetress, where are you joining us from?
Strong Island.
Strong Island. All right. Steph Love, where are you joining us from?
Beautiful, rainy Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk, Virginia. Beautiful and rainy. All right, y'all. You know how it works. Blupoetres, you're on the psychedelic purple side. Psychedelic purple side goes first.
Let's pour out a little brown liquor for our litters. Black babies born on bathroom floors and thrown into dumpsters. Futures flushed down toilets like used bloody tampons. Babies having babies because daddies and Uncle Ray Rays like fucking little girls. Stairwells in the projects, just rusty, pissy bedrooms to escape the hell. Needles, powders, vials, and wrappers fall like hail outside barred windows. Ain't no trees in Brooklyn cause they're all burned up. Black teen mothers too young to wield authority or say so. Black grandmothers in their 30s working double shifts as blind nurses. Yellow police lines blur the lines of protection. Tape put up too late, and now white rusted brown shoes walk unassisted.
That was Blupoetres kicking off this bout on the psychedelic purple side, going against Blupoetres on the neon green side. We have Steph Love.
You're not dead, but you're a spirit in my past life that should stay there. A moment in a time where you were heavenly, sung me as your angel. Those moments all wasted time, yet lessons learned at the funeral of my fate. You're not dead, but I pretend I've never met you. Like, I'll ignore your whole existence if I'm ever unlucky enough to be around you. I was once a silly girl, but now reborn as a woman who is reclaiming her worth, moving on to bigger and better. And you really hate to see it, except for you won't because blocked. You're not dead, but I have laid roses on the gravesite of our future. The tombstone reads, here lies another fuckboy plot murdered. Better that your intentions are laid to rest 6 feet deep and far away from anybody with a vagina so your agenda can be buried with you. You're not dead, but karma is a killer on the loose, looking for revenge when the universe forsakes her, keeps tabs open and never closes them, a browser that keeps a chrome on her to fire at foxes with a rough edge, keeps them at a distance and close to close in on their next move. Your next move could be your last. So remember, not all dogs go to heaven.
That was Steph Love on the neon green side, blessing us with a poem. Audience, y'all know how this works. Y'all know how this works. Although you didn't show us that you knew last round, but you can show us that you know this round. Let us know, who do you think won? Who do you think won? Do you think it was psychedelic purple Blupoetres, or do you think it was neon green Steph Love? It's all love here right about now, but as you saw, I don't care if there's double ties. One poet has to win to move on. This is a versus. There are no ties here. It's not the individual World Poetry Slam. There are no ties here at the WorldWide Poetry Slam League. One poet must advance, and you have 10 seconds. Was it purple or green? I'm seeing green hearts. I'm seeing purple hearts. It's a stream divided right now. We got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Cut the music. Cut the polls. Let us know. Let us know. You're letting us know in the comments. We need y'all to let us know in the votes. Moving on to the next round. Y'all give it up for Steph Love. Blupoetres, thank you so much for joining us. Steph Love, I will see you in the next round. Y'all, and it really does go by that fast. Can we hit a heart react emoji, drop a heart, type the word love in the comments for all the poets that blessed us in this first round of 1 minute poetry. If you enjoyed what you saw and you're like, how do I get involved with something like that? We have an online community of more than 400 members from all around the world. We provide free access to events like this, the Worldwide Poetry Slam League. We have weekly virtual writing workshops every single Monday. We do writing challenges throughout the year. We also offer access to live streams and discounts to our live show. So if you'd like to be a member, it's only $5 a month. Just go to our website, wanpoetry.com. You can learn more about being a member. But right now, I think we want to learn more about who is going to win this poetry slam. So now we are going to move into our 2 minute round of poetry. On the psychedelic purple side, we're going to bring up to the stage the poet Bars versus on the neon green side, Maddie G. Welcome back, poets. Thank y'all so much for joining us here in the 2 minute round. You both spit such incredible 1 minute rounds. I'm so excited to see what you have to bless us with here in this round. So what I am gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna take the virtual random coin toss. Psychedelic purple is heads, neon green is tails. We're gonna flip the virtual coin. It lands on heads. Psychedelic purple, that means you go first. The stage is yours.
No offense, but my mama could beat your mama's ass. She ain't ever served no time in the military, but she's been at war her entire life. A soldier of misfortune, feeling the misery of miscommunicated missions laced with mistakes, mishaps, misgivings, and plenty mischievous misters misdirecting her with misogyny. What I'm trying to say is, if you think anyone can box with she, you can miss me with that bullshit. So many bombshell bruises have bombarded her heart that it starts to look the deepest shade of purple. Her battle scars are the only medals you'll ever find on her. But there's one formidable foe who almost made her a goner. My mama touched gloves and went 10 straight chemo rounds with cancer in the ring. Guard up and 10 toes down. Never even removed her crown as she took blow after blow. She never slowed. In fact, after one time when he attacked, her face took a direct hit. She wiped her lip, smiled, and told cancer he hits like a bitch. As of this May, I'm proud to say she is 2 years breast cancer free. So if I ever ask you who would win in a fight, my mama versus anyone, there's only one correct way to answer me. Because respectfully, my mama can dog walk any mama on any day of the week that ends in Y. And if you ask me why, it's because after what she did to cancer, I know for damn sure she ain't the one to try. Thank you.
No, thank you, Bars, for blessing us in the 2 minute round and kicking us off. That was Bars on the psychedelic purple side. Going against Bars, we have Maddie G on the neon green side. Maddie G, the stage is yours.
There were a total of 34 related school shootings in 2021, according to Education Week, an online magazine tracking the incidents since 2018. And I wish I could say that now that we have experienced fatalities to such an extent that the number this year will be less, but instead, midway through this year, and there are already 27 reported cases. There are 27 bones in a human hand, and 27 individuals took matter into their own hand to open fire 27 times. A teacher had no choice but to barter with their life so a child may survive. 27 times, parents thought their children would be safer at school than in the streets, not knowing the same violence could easily walk on school grounds and steal the life out of our kids. 27 times. Communities would have endured reliving the drama when asked, "Oh, you're from..." In schools, shooting safety drills have become more important than natural disaster simulations. Doorways would preserve a life when the center of the earth would roar. Now standing at the same door makes you a target, destroying families at the core. Babies as young as 6, barely fluent in their ABCs, silence. A last gasp of air gets lost in the wind. A mother that carried her child safely in her womb now watches her baby being carried into a tomb 27 times. In the aftermath of every loss, everyone is outraged, but no one seems to be in control. Our government can decide how to regulate guns and how to put in place laws that can evaluate the mental status of those who own them before it's too late. We must not let evil win again. How do we go from "I need a gun for my own protection" to "I'm gonna kill them all"? It is so easy to wear blinders and get lost in our own world, to judge others, to never notice the desperations of those around us. Some people live one conversation away from killing others or killing themselves. Always check on your strong friends. Be kind. Don't underestimate the power a smile can have. Mental illness is the other side of the coin we must look at, especially if we expect 27 to be the number this year we stop at.
That was Maddie G on the neon green side. All right, y'all. You heard 2 stellar poems here in round 2, about 1, from both of our poets, from Bars on the psychedelic purple side and Maddie G on the neon green side. You have to vote. You have to vote. The votes are in the chat. Your vote determines who moves on to the next round. Y'all, that was such a good round of poetry. That was wild. That was wild. Shit, I agree with that. I'm seeing green hearts. I'm seeing claps. I'm seeing damn yes. That's what I'm talking about. All of that. But what I need to see is votes. I need to see votes. Danny dropped the, it is hard. It is hard. You just have to close your eyes and pick one, or pick the one that you believe won. You have to pick one. There can only be one, folks. All right. We're going to keep the votes going and open for another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Hold it for lag. Cut the polls. Cut the polls. Audience, this is a tough one. I don't envy you choosing, but that is your responsibility. Moving on to the next round, y'all. It is the poet Bars on the psychedelic purple side. Maddie, thank you so much for blessing us. Bars, we will see you in the next round. All right, y'all. That was awesome. We got one more 2-minute round coming to a virtual screen near you. If you're having a good time, go ahead and hit that heart react emoji. Even hit that share button and get these poets more views, more eyes. All right, coming up in round 2, bout 2. On the psychedelic purple side, we have the Prodigy Truth versus, on the neon green side, Steph Love. What's happening, poets? We got the Prodigy Truth here on the psychedelic purple side. We got Steph Love here on the neon green side. I'm gonna psychedelic purple is heads, neon green is tails. I'm gonna flip my e-coin. And it has landed on tails, which means neon green. Steph Love, the stage is yours.
So I've been told that if I ever want to settle down, I'll need to give this up. as if the love of my life is being held hostage somewhere because I do poetry. Like my aspirations are a figment of my imagination, and I should just give this up because his goals fell to the wayside of his fucked up life. This, meaning my craft, my best friend, a shoulder I had cried on, the opportunities that offered my voice a stage and my knowledge a classroom. Like I don't got a list of accolades longer than his last relationship. Y'all, I'm so tired of men telling me what I should be doing, mad that they'll never be able to control this mind or this body or my dreams. And I'm reminded that too many times people will feel comfortable playing duck hunt with your future, laugh like that little dog that pops up when you fail to hit your target, and expect you to give this up because they said game over. But don't you know that Nintendo's came with the reset button for a reason to try again? Their doubts, my ammunition, their opinions, my 9mm. And when they talk that shit, the safety comes off and I'm shooting down their stars like they try to do my constellations. Like this just happened overnight for me. Like my notebooks just filled themselves and I should just be done now. My dreams aren't to be slept on because their nightmares never strayed away from Elm Street. What's the matter? Am I too ambitious for your taste buds? A little too got it together over here for your liking? Too strong-minded, too alpha? Want me to be frail and dainty and a damsel in distress so that I'll need you and forget about me? If my artistry is intimidating to the man you'll be to me, then let my words be the death threat to your ego. I'm killing skepticism with winning. You want a trophy wife, but ain't about this woman being in the spotlight life. Afraid of being my shadow when all you have done is lurk behind my seams anyway. So I say to anyone with the audacity of an eagle eyeing its prey on an empty stomach with the assumption that my talents are the reason for being single, your insecurities are showing. I suggest you cover it up so that no one sees how much of an ass you are.
That was Steph Love on the neon green side, blessing us in the 2-minute round. Going against Steph Love, we have on the psychedelic purple side, the Prodigy Truth. Prodigy Truth, the stage is yours.
From the very first moment I said I was a lady, niggas stopped fucking with me. Foes once regarded as friends became bros before hoes froze. As pros composed constitution and policy around the nose and tiptoed excuses and intentions, I suppose I can no longer condone. The filth of masculinity, or as the less privileged would call it, just being a man. I don't know if there are any good men in the world. I do know that I believed every man who ever gave me advice, gave me direction to a leading to an foreign unrelinquished land I could never conquer, fields of never giving enough space, pacing the streets, my feet became numb. The drum of my mind, a hum, trace my father's face, my brother, mused by the haze of old days destruction and battery. The cats still call in the court of law, even when the order restrains, claiming the kids belong to him. Here, there is no child support, only more money to a vindictive, conniving, wicked witch of a woman he made out of her. I've never held the hand of an honest man or the man women wanted me to be.
That was the Prodigy Truth, blessing us here in the 2-minute round. Audience, you know how it works. The polls are in the chat. Your votes are in the polls. Your votes decide who moves on to the next round. Was it the Prodigy Truth on the psychedelic purple side, or was it Steph Love on the neon green side? Wave your hands in the air. hit the mouse button with it. And click a vote. Let us know who's moving on. This decides which poet moves on to the big money round here at the Worldwide Poetry Slam League. Was it the Prodigy Truth on the psychedelic purple side, or Steph Love on the neon green side? Let's see what the chat is saying. I see some purple hearts. I see some green hearts. I see some green hearts. I see some purple hearts. I have a question though. Who will move on? All right, y'all. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Cut the votes. Cut the music. Let's see who won. I don't want to see no more ties here tonight, or else we're just going to keep voting. Y'all know how it works. Y'all, these posts are so amazing. This 2-minute round has really been such a blessing. But moving on to the final round, we have the Prodigy Truth. Steph Love, thank you so much for joining us, Prodigy. We will see you in the third and final round. All right, y'all, and it really is just like that. We are already at our final round, our 3-minute round of poetry. This is our big money round competition. The winner of this round will win $50. So make sure you vote. If you haven't and you hit the share button, just one more time to get this stream out there to that many more people, because this is the final round. These poets have earned this opportunity. On the psychedelic purple side, we have the poet Bars versus on the neon green side, the Prodigy Truth. Congratulations, poets. You have done it, but you're not quite there yet. This is our final round, our final head-to-head round of poetry. This is our 3-minute round. Y'all know how it works. We're going to go to the random coin toss. Psychedelic purple, you are heads. Neon green, you are tails. Going first in the final round is neon green, tails. The Prodigy Truth. The stage is yours.
Imagine a college student. He is the class clown in Professor Hosso's beginning Spanish class. She asks, "Donde vives?" The first day of class, he replies, "I have no idea what the hell you just said." She said, we'll just call it a misunderstanding for now. Imagine a freshman in high school who sits in detention for telling his teacher, "Pythagoras is an asshole, and how is he going to help me with my music?" Eric, because music is his vitamin, his temptation. Why don't you come back to my paradise? In his paradise, that song plays on repeat, Eric on repeat. Imagine a 6th grader sees his first D on his report card, and all he can think is, damn. Imagine a 3rd grader. Attention deficit has him wondering how many flies are in the boogers in the teacher's at school breakfast this morning. Sure was funny when she fell last week. And looks down at his knees and stops laughing. He remembers there's nothing funny about being torn. Imagine a 3rd grader who doesn't play at recess today because yesterday he was pushed down and called midnight. You see, in 3rd grade, the closest spelling to the word nigger is midnight or sorry. It was a misunderstanding. Imagine a 6th grader sees his first D on his report card, and all he can think is dad is not going to be happy, and dying would feel a little better. You see, dad is dangerous. Dad dances with his hands. Dad discourages disappointment. Imagine a freshman in high school who sits in his own reality because in paradise, this shit just doesn't add up. Understands Pythagorean theorem is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Abuse plus brokenness equals catastrophe. He gets it right, but he still gets a D squared. Imagine a college student who hides behind dry humor so that maybe people will find them funny instead of awkward. Their abusive alcoholic father is dead and they refuse to cry about it. They can't seem to get rid of their stutters, so sometimes they're misunderstood. Their obsessive compulsiveness has them wondering if they remember to lock their heart before they left for work this morning. This black suit has them wondering which funeral they will attend today. They are the next Freddie Gray, but none of that matters because they decided to come to a poetry slam virtually. For some reason, performing in front of an audience full of strangers makes everything feel better, where everyone is wearing black and they are with you every step of the way. You take a look at yourself and you are everything you have imagined, and you're grateful.
That was the Prodigy Truth kicking off our final round of poetry on the neon green side. Going against the Prodigy Truth on the psychedelic purple side, we have the poet Bars. Bars, the stage is yours.
For fractured poets who've considered never competing again in a poetry slam after receiving a low score, / when the open mic is enough. Deciding which poems to use in a slam is akin to cutting yourself open and choosing which organs to offer to strangers for their approval. Like, how can you have 10 of my ribs in possession and still give me a 7? If I throw in my pancreas, there's no way it gets lower than an 8, especially if I throw it on a plate. And heck, if I toss in both kidneys, they might just do. But if I add in my colon, I don't think I can stomach anything lower than a 9.2. But hey, I also have my appendix removed. So that's one of the organs that I can never use again. So maybe if I cut out my one heart and place it on the side where it used to reside, the combination of the 1 and the 0 will produce a 10. These are the parts of me that everyone else hardly sees, but a few never do. I love both my parents, but those two never knew about my painkiller addiction, and they still don't. But one of my most common fan requests that I always get is, when you gonna spit that pill poem? And when you're done, I want you to spit that one where you're crying. I don't actually want you to kill yourself, but I want you to spit that one about trying. After all, what's wrong with cutting your stitches to reopen wounds in an open room where even if they give you your flowers, you still have to hope they bloom? Surrounded by judges, and not just the 5 who justify if I continue to survive, if I get to stay alive. This world loves the prosecutors, so I guess that makes me the defendant. I did the crime, I wrote the poem, but unlike a real courtroom, I don't get a chance to defend it. Am I not entitled to a fair trial by a jury of my peers? I will not be bridled by a bare smile when the fury reappears. I don't need that feedback where you fake and friendly. You know me from my poetry, but I've been distancing myself socially long before COVID made it trendy. Had my face behind a mask before and after the panoramic broke. Poetry has always been my antidote, so no, you don't get to judge me. And I'd love to see you attempt to hold me in contempt, because when it comes to these hands, no one is exempt. Let's see you stand in this spotlight and not fight about every last aggrieving score they give you, because I know a heavy poem can be heartbreaking to listen to, but it's even more to live through. Thank
you. No, thank you, Bars. And thank you, the Prodigy Truth. That was our final round of poetry. Did you think this was going to be easy, audience? No, it doesn't get easier. It only gets harder. It only gets harder, but nothing being hard makes it worth having. So what an amazing round of poetry from both poets. Kudos to Bars, kudos to the Prodigy Truth, but you can't vote for both of them. You can only vote for one of them, so you gotta let us know who's advancing to the next round. Was it Bars on the psychedelic purple side, or was it the Prodigy Truth on the neon green side? Audience, you have to vote. Oh my God, the chat is buzzing. I got exclamation marks. I got both poets 8. Both poets 8. Yes, both poets 8. We got purple hearts. We got fire emojis. I got hundreds on hundreds. I got hundreds on hundreds. Right, that pain. Sheesh. Let's go, poets. This audience is not having an easy time here deciding who won tonight, but let's go ahead and put a cap on it, y'all. We got 10 seconds left. 8 seconds. 6 seconds. This is for the big money round. Y'all better vote. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. This is your last chance. And we're done. The polls are done. The polls are done. Thank you to all the poets who joined us tonight. Thank you, especially to the 2 poets who are here on stage with me right now after a very, very close and incredible match. The winner of the 12th Worldwide Poetry Slam League match tonight is the poet Bars. Congratulations on winning, Bars.
Hey.
All right. Bars, congratulations on winning. Would you like to share anything with the people tonight?
Yeah, just thank you to everyone who voted. Shout out to all the poets that competed tonight. I'm over here sweating, like literally and metaphorically. Like it's a little hot in here, but the heat. Shout out to Prodigy. That poem was crazy. That final poem, the A squared plus B squared, that whole scheme, bonkers. So I just love the poetry. Shout out to Juan Poetry for putting this on for everybody. And yeah, just thank you, y'all. I'm hyped, man.
Thank you, Bars. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on winning. Poets, definitely make sure to put your socials in the chat if you want anyone to follow you. The poets or the people watching are asking y'all. This was our 12th after 8. Was it 8 months? Hasn't been 8 months yet. After 6 months of poetry, of Worldwide Poetry Slam League matches, we are closing out this season, and we are going to do a tally. We're going to tally up our top 32 ranking poets. Not only do poets win cash prizes in these competitions, they get points that go toward their overall ranking. We're going to tally up our top 32 and in August come back with 4 semifinal matches from those top 32 poets out of 147 that slammed with us this year. We're going to come back with the top 32 ranking poets and have us a tournament and determine who is a Worldwide Poetry Slam League champion. Y'all, my name is Amir Safi. It has been a pleasure being your host this evening. Shout out to all the poets. Thank you so much to Danny Strack and Zach Blunt for helping work this event here tonight. We will see y'all. We're going to take a break in July to do our tally, but we will see y'all again soon here in August. Y'all have a very nice night.